because not a lot of people sign up for organ donation because they don't understand it. They think, they're just ripping you apart, and, they don't think about the fact that, you're not there anymore. It's just a body now, and you can help somebody else live. I grew up in Wellingborough with two brothers. I had an older one who played guitar all the time, and I had a younger one who's, younger than the other one. Yeah, he liked punching holes in walls and fighting with his older brother and stuff like that.
So it was trying time for my mom, and me too. I mean, we both had our quote boyish ways. He was a troublemaker. I didn't want to say troublemaker, but he basically got into a lot of conflicts with my parents. Where I was kind of like the person, kind of the passive kind of, So, we were the rough and tough brothers, and she always kind of was the shy one, So she was always kind of fragile. She was the baby. Everybody babied her, so to speak. And she was a girl, which helped. I mean, so.
I was sick a lot, and they didn't know why. They just figured I had like a nervous stomach. I didn't find out until I was older, much older, in my 20s. So I went to have some surgery done, and while they were fixing it, they discovered that I only had one kidney. So they sent me to a kidney doctor, and they were like, well, you have high blood pressure, you're old young for that, because I was only like 22. And so that's when they figured out that I had kidney disease.
I think the kidney thing just gradually came about. I mean, they realized that her levels were not right, and they basically probed into it. I was moved out at that point, so I was kind of not on the scene to really, I knew I was aware that it was going on, and it wasn't crucial at that point. It wasn't at a point where they had to do anything about it, so it was maintained.
It really didn't bother me, so I only had to go see him like once a year for a long time. A couple of years ago, when I was getting like really tired, and I was like really gaining a lot of weight, and I started holding fluid. So my legs, always say my feet always looked like, when you put hospital gloves on and you go like that. I said, that's what they looked like. So I was like, then all of a sudden he's like, okay, it's time you gotta go on dialysis. Well, he put me on the waiting list because it can take 4 to 5 years for you to get a kidney. So he put me on the waiting list early, and he had me put this in so that I would be prepared for dialysis when it came time. It's an access for when you get dialysis done, so that there's like one vein, and you can never use this arm to do anything with it. You can't take blood from it. You can't do blood pressure. It always has to stay. You can't touch it.
Eventually, she had to start doing the dialysis, and then it started to get more and more serious.
Dialysis is not fun. Dialysis is like an artificial way of cleaning your body out because your kidney doesn't work anymore. So they use this artificial stuff, and it cleans your body out, and it can take anywhere from 3 hours to 6 hours, at least 3 times a week. And that can get really annoying. And after a while, it starts to weigh on you, and you get really tired from the dialysis. And my bones actually hurt when I would come home. All I wanted to do was sleep when I would get home from dialysis.
She we knew for a long time she only had one kidney, but a lot of cases people go through their whole lives with one kidney and have no problem. So, when that one started to fail, then obviously, the dialysis came in, and, the closer, they had to monitor her closely, and, eventually it came to a point where she was just going downhill, and we had to do Christmas and, Thanksgiving, and we had to change her, some of our meals to accommodate her, because, she couldn't do things like tomato sauce and, certain items that would aggravate the kidney situation. So